With over $1 trillion worth of mega construction projects in the GCC, either planned or under construction, the region is not short of construction activities and potential opportunities for the near future. There has been a slowdown of new mega projects being announced since 2019 due to fall in oil prices and the coronavirus pandemic. However, the mega projects announced in the last few years present a wide array of opportunities to the industry participants, especially in the building, manufacturing, and infrastructure sectors. These are the 10 mega projects handpicked by the Top Channel, which will keep the construction industry in the GCC region active in the near future. The projects are either in the pre-execution stage with construction expected to commence later this year, or in the early construction stages. Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, ADNOC, and Austrian chemicals producer, Borealis, have started construction of the fourth Borouge facility within the polyolefin manufacturing complex in Ruwais. The plant will help to boost the local supply chain and meet the projected growth in demand for polyolefins in the Middle East, Africa, and Asia, while providing critical feedstock to the TA'ZIZ Chemicals Industrial Chemicals Zone in Ruwais. The construction of the factory began in February. It will use Borealis' proprietary Borstar technology to produce polyolefin solutions across the industrial sector and will cover an area the same size as about 500 football pitches. Abu Dhabi plans to triple its petrochemical production capacity from 4.5 million tons, currently produced entirely by Borouge in Ruwais by 2025. Borouge's first polyethylene unit was commissioned in 2001, and its capacity is 450,000 tons per annum. Borouge 2 and 3, commissioned in 2010 and 2014, raised the capacity to 2 million tons and 4.5 million tons of polyethylene and polypropylene per annum, respectively. Borouge 4 will increase the company's overall polyolefin production to 6.4 million tons, making it the world's largest single-site polyolefin complex. The North Field East Project, or NFE, is an expansion of the North Field, the world's biggest single non-associated natural gas field, offshore northeast Qatar Peninsula. The North Field Gas Development Project comprises the North Field Bravo and Ras Gas Alpha offshore complexes, which together contribute approximately 2.8 billion standard cubic feet per day of gas to the total production capacity of the field. The North Field represents the southern part of the giant natural gas field that is shared between Iran and Qatar. The Iranian side of the field is known as South Pars. Formerly known as the North Field Expansion Project, the NFE project is expected to increase Qatar's LNG, liquefied natural gas production capacity by 43% from 77 million tons per annum to 110 million tons per annum. When coupled with the North Field South Expansion Project, the combined output will raise the country's total LNG production to 126 million tons per annum, making Qatar by far the largest single LNG producer in the world. Qatar Energy announced the expansion of the gas field in April 2017 after revoking its 12-year self-imposed ban on field development. A moratorium was imposed to evaluate the impact of the growing output from the reservoir in 2005. First gas from the $28.75 billion project is expected to be produced by 2025. Total production is expected to be 1.4 million barrels of oil equivalent a day. The project is in line with Qatar's National Vision 2030, which aims for more sustainable development by 2030. Designed by legendary architect Frank Gehry, the Guggenheim Museum in Abu Dhabi will open in 2025. The museum will be located in the Saadiyat Island Cultural District, near downtown Abu Dhabi, where the Louvre Abu Dhabi was also constructed. The 42,000 square meter building will become the largest of the 4 Guggenheim museums, which has branches globally, including New York, Venice, and Bilbao. Gehry's design is an artwork in and of itself and resembles a sculpture with its buildings of various sizes in conical and square shapes. The design of the building is an experiment in inventive 21st century museum design and will comprise a cluster of galleries of varying heights, shapes, and characters. The setting inside includes 27 galleries and spans nearly 125,000 square feet, a size comparable to that of the Tate Modern in London. The final building will also contain a Center for Art and Technology, a children's education facility, archives, a library, and a conservation laboratory. Visitors can expect to see around 600 works from 300 artists who hail from 60 countries. The Middle Eastern, American, Asian, and African names are all represented. Art world stars such as Andy Warhol and Jean Mitchell Basquiat will have works on display, alongside lesser-known Emirati artists such as Hassan Sharif. Abu Dhabi announced its plans for the Guggenheim 15 years ago, but it has since been fraught with protests from artists and activists who accused the UAE of labor abuse. Cancelled contracts, the global financial crisis, and the crude oil collapse in 2014 that caused a slowdown in government spending only added to its many delays. The race to build the world's tallest skyscraper never ends, with more and more impressive heights reached. Consider that, just a century ago, the world's tallest building was the Woolworth Building in New York at 241 meters high. It was 13% taller than the previously record holder, the Metropolitan Life Insurance Company Tower, also in New York. In this new millennium, the famous Taipei 101 in the Taiwanese capital shattered the psychological threshold of 500 meters. In recent years, the record was firmly snatched by the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, which, topping out at 828 meters, has held the record since 2010. But this supremacy seems destined not to last too much longer. The Saudi Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, or call him MBS, is no joke of a man. His vision for his country is on steroids. The Jeddah Tower on the shores of the Red Sea is destined to reach 1,008 meters, far more than the Burj Khalifa. This project persuaded the sheikhs in Dubai to begin construction of the Dubai Creek Tower to wrestle back the world's tallest tower record and create another flagship tourist attraction. The Dubai Creek Tower's shape will extravagantly differ from any other skyscraper. The design is inspired by the Islamic architectural tradition, specifically the architecture of age-old minarets, and the desert lily flower is also the source of inspiration. The construction work began in 2016, and after foundation preparations were completed in May 2018, the whole project was put on hold temporarily due to the COVID-19 pandemic. At that time, no construction activity had occurred on the site of Dubai Creek Tower for almost 2 years. All mentions and renders of the tower were removed from the project's website at some point during July or August 2020. On December 7, 2020, the suspension of construction was declared indefinitely until the government allows work to resume once the pandemic is under control. Al Hanain Field is located approximately 120 kilometers to the east of the Qatari coastline and currently produces 40,000 barrels of oil per day. The field was discovered in 1970 and opened in 1972. The oil field produces high-quality crudes, associated gas and condensate, and is operated by Qatar Petroleum through offshore production station PS3. Qatar Petroleum, the field operator, announced plans to redevelop the field in May 2014 when oil prices were about -$110 a barrel. The collapse in oil prices since then could mean the project will be delayed, or that Qatar Petroleum will seek to reduce the cost of its development. The redevelopment was aimed at increasing the production to 90,000 barrels per day by 2028 to counter its declining production. A contract was awarded to McDermott International in October 2015 for the engineering, procurement, construction, and installation of 4 wellhead jackets. Plans for the field redevelopment involve an investment of $11 billion, making it one of the biggest projects to be managed and executed by Qatar Petroleum. A total of 150 new wells are planned to be drilled by 2028 from both existing and new wellhead jackets. Modification work will be carried out on the existing wellhead jackets for the excavation of new wells, in addition to installing 14 wellhead jackets. The Bul Hanane redevelopment project involves both offshore and onshore facilities that include new central production facility and an onshore gas liquids processing facility at Mesaieed. An estimated 900 million cubic feet a day of sour-rich gas will be transported through a new 150 kilometers pipeline to Mesaieed for processing. An offshore central complex consisting of production, compression, utility, and living quarter platforms will be installed. Topsides will weigh between 4,000 tons and 14,000 tons. Fluids obtained from the wellheads will be processed at the complex. Just when you think Dubai has run out of ways to impress the world, every single one of us is proven wrong. Dubai has embarked on a 3.39 billion dirham development called the One Zabiel Tower project, and it will be a welcomed addition to the iconic Dubai skyline. This tower opened its doors in 2021 and already has residents. I'm talking about those with deep pockets and big fat chicks. Located at a crossroads between the old and new city, the project is in close proximity to Dubai's International Financial Center, International Airport, and the Gold Souks of Dera. Designed by Japanese firm Nikkei Sekkei and developed by Ithra Dubai, the latest addition to Dubai's skyline is a mixed-use two towers project. Tower A, standing at 300 meters tall, hosts offices and a hotel, the world's first vertical resort, whereas Tower B, standing at 235 meters tall, is primarily oriented towards residential units. The towers features the world's longest cantilever bridge, suspended perpendicularly across the two towers at a height of around 100 meters and weighing 13,000 tons. One Zabiel's link bridge is called the Link. The link also reinforces the structural stability of both towers. Its diagonal tube structure provides vertical and torsional strength and allow their upper floors to utilize column-free spaces. The link hosts entertainment venues, dining with celebrity chefs, an infinity pool, an observation deck with uninterrupted 360 degrees views of Dubai, and an immersive glass floor experience. The innovative design of One Zabiel puts in place twin skyscrapers, rising over a total built-up area of 470,700 square meters. In total, there is 37,000 square meters of office space, 263 residential units, 12,000 square meters of retail space, 497 hotel rooms, and 77 high-speed lifts. Since we talked about the Dubai Creek, how dare are we not to talk about the Jeddah Tower? I mean, the crown jewel of a sprawling urban oasis. Previously known as Kingdom Tower, the Jeddah Tower is a skyscraper construction project currently on hold. Located on the north side of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, it is planned to be the first 1 kilometer or 3,281 feet high building in human history, a centerpiece of the first phase of a development, and tourist attraction known as Jeddah Economic City. The design, created by American architect Adrian Smith, who also designed the Burj Khalifa, incorporates many unique structural and aesthetic features. The biggest similarity being both towers have a Y-shaped plan with 3 exterior walls instead of 4, which makes them more aerodynamic and better able to withstand wind shear at dizzyingly high altitudes. The creator and leader of the project is Saudi Arabian Prince Al Walid bin Talal, a grandson of Ibn Saud and nephew of the kings of Saudi Arabia after Ibn Saud. The exact height is being kept private while in development, similar to the Burj Khalifa. At about 1 kilometer, the Jeddah Tower would be the tallest building or structure in the world to date, standing 180 meters or 591 feet taller than the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. The most buzzed about feature of the Jeddah Tower is its open-air observation deck, the highest in the world at 2,187 feet or 664 meters. The observation deck was originally designed as a helipad, until the architects were informed that it would be too dangerous to land a helicopter at such heights with unpredictable desert winds. There was steady progress, but in January 2018, building owner JEC halted structural concrete work with the tower, about 1/3 completed due to labor issues with a contractor following the 2017-2019 Saudi Arabian purge. When Saudi Arabia was rocked by a political crisis, In an aggressive move to consolidate power, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, also known as MBS, launched a sweeping anti-corruption purge that resulted in the arrests of 11 Saudi princes, including Al-Walid bin Talal, the key financial backer of the Jeddah Tower, and some of his partners in the Saudi bin Laden group. The men were eventually released after paying hundreds of millions of dollars in fines, and in 2018 construction resumed on the Jeddah Tower with a planned completion date of 2020, but as of now, in 2022, the tower is still not yet completed. Opened in February 2022, the Museum of the Future in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, is one of the most complex structures ever built. Designed by local architectural firm Killa Design, with Bureau Happold Engineering acting as lead consultant on the project. The Museum of the Future combines elements of exhibition, immersive theater, and themed attraction, inviting you to look beyond the present to the possible. The dynamic and impressive landmark in Dubai's heart comprises three main parts: the Green Hill, the Building, and the Void. The striking 78-meter-high structure consists of 7 floors within a torus-shaped shell sitting on a 3-story podium. The Museum of the Future will have floors dedicated to distinct experiences. 3 floors of immersive exhibitions will focus on the possible futures of outer space resource development ecosystems, bioengineering and health wellness, and spirituality. Another floor will showcase near-future technologies that will transform our world by addressing challenges in areas such as health, water, food, transportation, and energy. The final floor will be dedicated for children, where they will explore and solve challenges in their own inimitable way to become our future heroes. The building facade is clad in stainless steel, achieving LEED Platinum status, and designed holistically through BIM at every design stage. The building also depicts flowing Arabic calligraphy, forming poems that describe the vision for Dubai's future. The museum's innovative look has set it apart as a showcase for future technology building design. Etihad Rail, a 1,200 kilometers railway infrastructure, is the UAE's new national rail network, with an estimated investment of 40 billion dirham, equivalent to $11 billion. The railway infrastructure will become a vital part of the $100 billion Gulf Cooperation Council, the GCC Rail program. The GCC railway network will connect the UAE with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Oman, and is expected to be ready by 2024. The railway track extends from the Saudi Arabian border through the entire length of the UAE to Fujairah on the Indian Ocean coast. The network has been designed for freight and passenger services, bringing communities and resources together by increasing connectivity throughout the region. Construction of the Etihad Rail is divided into Stage 1 and Stage 2. Stage 1, connecting Shah and Habshan to Ruwais, was completed in January 2016 and was built in collaboration with the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, ADNA. It transports approximately 7 million tons of granulated sulfur a year from Habshan and Shah to Ruwais in Abu Dhabi for export. Stage 2 of the railway line is 605 kilometers long and extends from the Saudi Arabia border at Kuwait and connects the Emirates through Abu Dhabi, Khalifa Port, KZD, Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah, Jebel Ali Port, Sharjah, and Fujairah on the east coast of UAE, and more than 70% of Stage 2 of the railway network has been completed. The new railway project is expected to be a sustainable and efficient alternative for the transportation of freight and passengers throughout urban and rural areas of the Emirate. It is expected to serve approximately 16 million passengers and 50 million tons of freight. The flagship project of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, NEOM, is a planned $500 billion high-tech city on the country's northwest coast. Situated at the crossroads of the world, the city will span 26,500 kilometers squared and is strategically placed east of Egypt, south of Jordan, and extends 460 kilometers along the coast of the Red Sea. Dedicated to future technologies across 16 sectors, including food, manufacturing, and technology, NEOM will introduce a new model of living, focusing on nature and creating a sustainable, livable, and walkable city. NEOM will be powered by 100% renewable energy and become a tourist and innovation hub. At the center of the city's design is The Line, a 170 kilometers belt of hyper-connected future community, without cars and roads and built around nature. This revolution in urban living at NEO is desired to become a blueprint for how people and the planet can coexist in harmony. The city will include 9 specialized investment sectors: energy and water, mobility, biotech, food, technological and digital sciences, advanced manufacturing, media, and entertainment. Robots may outnumber humans in a new pioneering city built by Saudi Arabia as a new blueprint for sustainable life, which would be entirely powered by renewable energy and served by driverless vehicles and vertical farms.